Hi, my name's Chuck Wanager. I'm a writer. For many years, I was a newspaper reporter editor and a writer and editor in public relations positions at various locations across the country. And I did that to provide for my family, make a living. Now I have a chance to do creative writing, and I really enjoy it. In fact, it's the kind of thing I want to do right out of high school. But again, took, of course, going into journalism took that path. But I have had a chance again in the past 5 years to do writing, and I've had a chance to write Jackson Flats, which is about a reporter that I've taken from my background, as all my books have, taken from my experience and fictionalized somewhat to tell a good story. And I think it is a great story about a young reporter who moves to a small town, gets a job on a paper, and has to find out about the town, make friends. In the process, he uncovers in his job corruption with the county commissioners, the county officials, and he gets heavily involved in that, and at the same time falls in love. It goes quickly, it's well written, and really provides great dialogue, and has humor woven through it, like all my books. So all these are available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. My book of poetry, which came out this year, is called Taking Our Love Offline. Again, it has to do with personal experiences, my take on those, personal philosophies, and current happenings, topical events, and again, my particular perspective. Also coming out this year is my memoir, Play Sergeant Pepper One More Time, which is about a person, me, who uses his investigative skills to look into his life so that he can come up with ways to improve his life going on in future years. He takes a look at his background, experiences that he had from childhood on up, plus and talks to life counselor, other people, his girlfriend included, and looks at his family background, the people in his family tree. It also looks at his genes, the DNA, to come up with answers to problems that he's had and ways to improve himself. So check out those books. Also, what I want to talk about is the novel that in works that I have. It's entitled Some Important Information About Up. Again, it's well written, fast paced, and it deals with a man who loses all and finds himself really down and out. He has to dumpster dive at one point, lives in a homeless shelter for a while, but has to keep on going to try to fight back. He has to call on all his strength of character and will to do it, and he keeps on fighting. It's, again, a book which has good dialogue, has humor, even a dark subject like this, but provides a real glimpse at what many people today, what their lives are, what they face in their lives. So I hope you'll take a look at it when it comes out later this year and give it a good read. I think you'll enjoy it. In a little bit, we're going to listen to a man who is a scholar of English and is a fine writer in his own right, and has read my books, and will have a few things to say about my novel in progress.
Hi, my name is Bob Covel. I am a retired high school English teacher. I got my PhD in American Lit from Georgia State in 1991. I have 2 books of poetry out, and I'm about halfway through a novel. I wanted to talk to you today about my friend Chuck Wanager. We belong to the same writing group here in Carrollton, Georgia. Chuck is a poet, a playwright, a screenwriter, and is working on a novel. Chuck's poetry tends to be edgy poetry with a lot of interesting plays on words about personal life, contemporary culture, politics, and that sort of thing. His novel, Jackson Flats, is about a young man who goes to a small southern town as a journalist, who gets involved in small town politics and intrigue, falls in love. Very interesting novel. that most of us can identify with. He has written a play about the dominance of cell phones and what they do to people's lives. His writing tends to be very much about contemporary life and the way we live our lives and how we interact with one another. His novel that he's working on is called Some Important Information About Up. And if the novel lives up to my expectations from his other writing, it really should be worth reading. And I hope that you will do yourself a favor and get his novel. Thank you.